This is what compact video looks like without lights. And this is what happens when you add the new Backscatter Octo 3500. I'm Thomas from Backscatter, and I've got James with me today.
Hey guys.
And we're here with the new Octo 3500 video lights. It's tiny, insanely bright, with a super wide beam. Basically everything your compact system's been missing. It's simple to use, runs all day on swappable batteries, and it's got our signature octopus design, because if it's gonna perform this good, it might as well look awesome too. We've been diving these lights all season, from our cold, rich home waters of Monterey to the macro paradise of Lembeh. The Octo 3500 is the perfect lighting companion for compact systems. Before we jump in the water today, let's check out the rigs that we're gonna be diving.
Today I'm shooting with the OM-TG7. I have the M52 wide-angle lens attached, and I'll be shooting wide-angle and macro.
And I'm diving a GoPro paired with our Sharp Wide Lens Pro for a wider, sharper field of view. Ready to see what these can do?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's go. So my first thought when diving the Octo 3500 was, wow, these things really punch above their weight. They're small and streamlined on my rig, keeping my compact GoPro system actually compact. And the light itself was incredibly bright for something so small. You can see it in this clip. Without the Octos, the scene is flat and dull. The second those 3500s fire up, you get all that vibrant color and actual depth in your video.
You see a massive jump in quality, especially for cameras with tiny sensors like GoPros and TGs. Usually these cameras get noisy and grainy in low light, but by adding the 3500s, the TG7 ran a much lower ISO, which makes the clips look super clean, like they were shot on a much bigger system.
A lot of that cinematic look comes down to the raw output. The Octo pushes out a max of 3,500 lumens with a super wide, even 100-degree beam. That coverage is crucial for wide lenses like I was running on the GoPro, and I had no gaps in my lighting. Also, the fall off is so soft that I didn't get any harsh hotspots in the frame.
I also really like the color temperature coming out of the lights. At 5000 Kelvin, it gives a very natural look. Plus, since these lights are factory calibrated, every light has the same color, so you won't have to deal with mismatched colors in post-production.
They're also super easy to operate. Even with thick gloves, the single button control is intuitive. To turn on the light, you press the button 5 times. Once on, you have 3 power levels in a standby mode controlled by the exact same button. There's also an LED indicator that clearly shows your battery status.
Speaking of battery life, the Octo 3500s give you 50 minutes of full power runtime, plus another 20 minutes in low power. By flicking them into standby between shots, I had no problem getting through a full 90-minute dive. They use 2 protected 18650 batteries, so swapping in a fresh pair during your service interval keeps them running all day.
Well, that was an awesome dive. The Octo 3500s clearly handled all the wide-angle stuff we could throw at them here in Monterey without them breaking a sweat. But James, you took these down to Lembeh to really push what they can do.
Yes, Lembeh is famous for its macro critters, and the Octo 3500s work great in this environment. Since I was working so close to the subjects, I often used just a single light. It allowed me to play with shadows and create a much more professional, high-contrast look.
That's a great tip. Getting those shadows is key to avoiding flat, dull footage. But you also use these lights with the Backscatter Color Filter System, right?
Yeah, the Octo is a great primary light. But when you snap on the Backscatter Color Filter System, it becomes a creative lighting tool. All I have to do is choose the color I want, and then I hide the light behind a reef mount using the Backscatter Muck Stick. It gives you this gorgeous rim lighting, or a splash of color in the background that makes a standard macro shot really stand out. And because the Octos are so small, they are easy to hide, so they're not in the shot.
Now, the other cool thing you can do with these 3500s is fluoro, which is easily one of the funnest things you can do on a night dive.
Exactly. You just pop on the fluoro filter, and you're an underwater alien rave. Critters that look totally normal are suddenly glowing neon green and yellow. And the best part is you're using the exact same light you used all day, just with an added filter.
And using color filters in fluoro is totally something you can do with a bigger rig too. Since the Octo is so small, it's a great accessory to pack along with to get creative.
Absolutely. You can even use it as a focus light with bigger systems too. It won't get in the way of your strobes, and it will give you plenty of light to help you focus.
So another question we get asked all the time is if you can shoot still photos with a video light.
Well, yeah, you can, but they aren't going to outpunch a strobe. So you won't get that freeze frame power for fast-moving subjects. But if you're close, the ambient light isn't so strong, and your macro subject is chilled, you can absolutely pull off some stills.
Well, awesome, James. Thanks for jumping in and sharing all that killer Lembeh footage with us.
Yeah, happy to share, and I'll catch you next time.
So, the Octo 3500 clearly punches above its weight. But to figure out if it's the right fit for you, let's compare it to our other dedicated video light, the Macro Wide 4300. I've got both Backscatter video lights right here. If you mainly shoot wide angle with a GoPro, Insta360, or a TG series compact, the Octo 3500 is one of the easiest upgrades you can make. It provides plenty of lighting, making the colors look bold and vibrant, increases contrast, and overall makes your footage look a lot more professional, all while keeping things small and affordable. Its super wide, bright beam makes it perfect for the wide-angle lenses these cameras use. And if you're shooting a larger DSLR or mirrorless system, it still makes sense as a compact focus light or a creative lighting tool using the color or fluoro filters. Compared to our macro wide 4300, the Octo 3500 has just one wide flood beam. It's wider than the 4300 at 100 degrees versus 85. Overall, the Octo 3500 is simpler, smaller, and more affordable. That said, the macro wide 4300 is brighter at 4,300 lumens and is more feature-rich, including a spot mode and a red mode in addition to the standard wide beam. Most importantly, where the macro wide 4300 really shines is macro video. This is because it has a spot beam and is fully snoot compatible, making it perfect for dramatic macro lighting with black backgrounds. Something the Octo 3500's wide beam just doesn't do as well. The macro wide 4300 is also great for creative lighting and uses the exact same color and fluoro excitation filters too. So, if all you need is a simple, affordable video light to capture mostly wide-angle clips, the Octo 3500 is the way to go. And if you're all about versatility and want to get into macro video, pick up the macro wide 4300 instead. The Octo 3500 is available now. Check out the article linked below for even more details and sample footage. And remember, your purchases from Backscatter and our authorized dealers worldwide help us keep making more of these videos. Every purchase includes free lifetime tech support, and we dive, shoot, and service everything that we sell. I'm Thomas from Backscatter. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next dive.